Hello everyone, and welcome back to my review of Tolkien, which is ultimately directed by John Kowalski, and basically focuses on Tolkien, Professor Tolkien himself, though he's not a professor yet. He's mentioned in his youth, like late 20s, early 30s, and in this movie you see him kind of pre-establish himself as who he is and how he creates his friendship with his four friends, and how they go to the war of World War One, and basically how he deals with that, and how he deals with the priests, how it goes with his Catholicism and his love for his wife, which he was married young, who's played by Lily Collins, and you got Tolkien played by Nicholas Holtz. And look, I was excited to see this. Even though when I first saw the trailers back in, I think it was February, which I thought the trailer fucking sucked. I think that trailer looked really bad. But this is the same. But this of course the movie focuses on on J.R.R. Tolkien, or John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. If you want to know his full name, and how he grew, and how all these things kind of summoned together, and how he ultimately created in his mind on how of how he made Middle Earth, and how he loved linguistics, and how he learned from his friendship with the priest he grew up with, and how which he through his Catholicism, which is one of the big opportunities of the film. But I'll get to that eventually. When the movie like this, I always want to establish with what I do like. And there's certain things I do like. I do think it's well shot. I think it's well made enough. Some of the editing choices are a bit jarring at times. It doesn't really. It's totally fine. I think Lily Collins is quite good. Is as his wife. I forget her name. Shit. Edith Brown. That's it. And how this is all kind of going to culminate in Middle Earth. Yada yada yada. Look, this movie's a bit of a disappointment. It really kind of is. And the unfortunate thing is that this movie, here's what I do. Okay, again, for what I do like, it's well made enough, it's well shot, it's well acted at times. The establishment between him and his four friends, how him and Lily Collins, how Nicholas Hoult and Lily Collins, how you do see them ultimately together, I like that. But where the movie fails is how it really kind of forgets to really tell a compelling story. And while it does, actually that's strange, but how it kind of fails ultimately is how it forgets to culminate everything together. And how it really kind of means to make everything clash in. Like the relationship, like you just see, like granted, it focuses on how all these culminated and how he started it, but it also went through the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and how it difficulties ultimately, trying to proceed the sellings of the material for him, but due to the scarcity of paper during World War II, he couldn't really make that much material until the war was over. So it wasn't until the 50s when it was finally published. Also, Nicholas Hoult, while I do really like him as an actor, like, seeing him in Mad Max Fury Road and the new X-Men movies, he's strikingly bland in it. He's amazingly bland in this movie. There's not enough energy. There's nothing here that makes him, there's nothing here in this role that made me go, oh, that really sold me. That was like an Oscar bait moment. No, there's nothing there. And not just to his performance, but it's kind of the movie overall. The sense of, there's no sense of style or panache that makes the movie really feel like its own unique thing. And ultimately, it fails wherever having a sense of tone or style or anything that really makes it feel like this is my movie and this is how I make it like this. Like a Tarantino or whatever type of filmmaker, or Terrence Malick, whatever, they all have their distinct afflictions for making this something. This should have been unique and beautiful and broad, and how it affected his perspective of Middle Earth, and how he showed his own love of linguistics, but that's completely underplayed. His relationship with his wife, but unfortunately, is only ever shown at its beginning, at its inception, instead of how it really kind of goes through everything. And granted, I like how the movie does pick an era, but what made Tolkien's life so interesting is not just one era, but how it continued to go for the next 30 years. So, yeah, again, missed opportunity. Again, and how, not just that, but his own sense of Catholicism, which to be fair, I'm not my religion, and I won't judge anyone's religion, whether, regardless, whatever, but you know one thing about Tolkien, and the one thing to remember is that he grew up, he was very much married to his Catholicism. When his parents were very young, when he was very young, his parents passed away, so he was very much brought up by the English priests in England during in the 1880s and 90s and 1900s, 1910s, and how deep it was. And when you read in all the material of Tolkien here, and the Lord of the Rings, film adaptations, The Hobbit, the thing about that is that either you like it or not, and either I like it or not, it is very much established through a strong sense of Roman Catholicism. His religion was a huge part of how he made Middle Earth. And his relationships with the priests, and one priest played by Patrick Gibson, it felt very underutilized, and the pacing with them felt quite quick and drive-by. You never felt like it was a really fleshed out scene. You never sense why he really wanted to do this. It every moment feels like, oh, that's interesting, and it could have been so much more developed, it should have been so much more well written, should have been longer, give it a bigger budget, give it a better sense of a start. I could totally make another separate video, which maybe I'll do, on how I would have made this film. I don't know, but it every time it starts off in a way where I'm interested by this because of purely based off the brand of the name. This is Professor Tolkien we're talking about, one of the most important and influential authors of all time, and there is an argument for him being one of, if not the greatest of all time. This is something so much more fascinating and interesting, but there's no sense of style or connection or sense of wit and craft to it that makes it feel unique. But no, it's not like the worst thing ever, but it feels so fucking disappointing, and it really hurts. I love this material. This is my favorite non-fiction material. Fiction. This is my favorite fiction material ever. These are my favorite movies of all time, and this should have been something that's more, but it's really kind of average. It just kind of hurts to see Tolkien kind of perform like this. I never thought I'd like a movie with Ted Bundy. I never thought I would like a movie with Ted Bundy. I would like more with Ted Bundy than the movie does with Professor Tolkien. What the fuck? Every time something happens in the movie, I'm interested in the builds, but it never felt fleshed out. It never felt real. It never felt authentic. And it feels so fast and drive-by, and ultimately a bad sense of pacing. For me, Tolkien is just a big missed opportunity. Again, like I said, it's not like the worst thing ever, but it's certainly a missed one. And overall, I'm going to give Tolkien, in my opinion, a 48%. That's my rating, everyone. I really do hope you enjoy it. And as always, thank you for watching. Till then, I'll see you in the future for more videos. As always, till then, peace. It hurts. So, yeah. Just don't bother seeing this. Just read the books or watch the films. They're fantastic. They are my all-time favorite films. It hurts. I just gotta walk away. Bye.